Hi everyone. I wanted to check in with everyone and see how you're doing after the holiday season. A lot of times we are so rushed and so stressed trying to get through the holiday season that after Christmas we just have this sense of overwhelm because maybe we've spent too much money, we don't know how much money we've spent, and the bills start coming in January, and then we spend the rest of the year trying to get caught up to just do it all over again. And don't feel bad if this is you, because I've been there before when my kids were younger and you wanted to give them a good Christmas and you ended up overspending or buying things last minute because you just didn't know what to get and you wanted things to look equal. And there's just so many reasons why these things happen. It doesn't mean that you have totally messed things up. So let's try to get back on track for this new year. I know that stress can play so much into us being able to stay on track financially. And let me give you some examples. When you are more stressed, you are less self-aware of what you are spending. And that's what happens during the Christmas season is you get stressed and you become less self-aware and you get rushed trying to just get finished and just grab something that you think will work. And even if the price tag is maybe $30 more than it should have been, you just grab it because, you know, I gotta get done. I gotta get done. And then afterwards you're like, oh my gosh, I spent too much money. So as we go into the new year, think about your self-awareness as we go forward. Think about how stress plays into those impulsive decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis. And think about how you can try to combat that. And I'm going to try to give you some examples. Also, as you move into the new year, think about the goals that you want to set for yourself. Maybe even allow yourself to dream a little bit. Because when you set goals and you dream, a lot of times people will think, oh my gosh, I can't afford this. I can't have this. There's no way I can do this. But if you actually set goals and dream and plan, you can have those things. It's that self-awareness and that impulsiveness from the stress that causes us to not be able to meet our goals and not be able to dream and meet the goals that we dream about. So think about that also as we go into this new year of what you would like to see happen in your life this year, or maybe in the years to come. What do you want for yourself, for your family, for your financial situation? And then make some serious plans to get there and watch that self-awareness and that stress level as you're moving towards those goals. Also, we spend a lot of time trying to make ourselves feel better when we get stressed. We get so stressed and we're like, I just want to feel better. I deserve that milkshake. I deserve that drive-through because I'm not going to have time to eat and I don't have time to make my food in the morning, so I'm going to run through the drive-through. And sometimes you end up going there 2 or 3 times during your day. And then at the end of the day, maybe you've spent $30 that you didn't have. And over a week or over a month, that really sets back your financial goals. And then you are just in that spiral because you were trying to make yourself feel better. And I know that we feel like we deserve this. We deserve to feel better. We deserve it. We work so hard. But if we can change our mindset into the fact that by trying to make ourselves have that instant gratification and feel better and reward ourselves, we're making it harder on ourselves in the long run. We're making ourselves have to work longer hours. We're making ourselves have to work maybe more years. We're making ourselves be farther in debt, maybe have more late fees. There's a lot of things on the backside of that instant gratification that we forget about that really do affect our stress level. And so some of the ways that I have found that help my stress level when I get to that point that I'm just wound so tight going, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do? I'm just painted myself into a corner, is I think about some of the ways that I can actually make myself feel better without spending any money. So exercise is great. And I know I hate exercise, but I like to walk. I don't mind walking. Walking, sometimes I feel like I can kind of unwind. I can look at the scenery. I can get away from it all for a few minutes. And exercise has so many benefits to it that we don't think about. You have better sleep. You have better concentration. If you're stressed because you're overweight, sometimes it'll help with your weight. That helps your ego. That helps your self-esteem. There's so many things that go into that if you can just get yourself out to maybe just walk just a little bit. Or if you can try one of those meditation videos on YouTube. Meditation is another great way to try to relax if you just feel wound up so tight. Find a voice or a person that relaxes you, that you enjoy listening to. And then maybe even yoga. You can find all kinds of videos on YouTube to do easy yoga, chair yoga, older person yoga, younger person exercise yoga. There's so many things, and I, again, do not like to exercise, but if you can just get yourself to maybe get in a small routine of doing something like that. But if that's not for you, I have other options. Maybe taking a long bath. I love long baths. Bubble bath, Epsom salt, you know, all of those things help you unwind, and when you get out, you have a better outlook. You have a fresher outlook and a more positive outlook because you've been able to relax your body just a little bit so your mind works better. Another thing that you can do is cut down on your phone time. It's so normal now to just grab your phone at every commercial. Grab your phone on your lunch break. Grab your phone before you run into work. Grab your phone on your break. And our minds never stop working. They're constantly processing, constantly looking at the colors, listening to the information. And I think we have stopped letting ourselves have any downtime to try to relax our mind. And our mind just gets so wound up that there's nowhere for it to go but just into a tighter spiral of stress. So think about maybe decreasing your phone time and coming up with something else to do during those times that might help you relax just a little bit more. Think about maybe some things you like to do before you had the phone all the time. What are some things you liked to do? Did you like to read on your breaks? Did you like to go for a walk around the block on your lunch break? Did you even nap in your car for 15 minutes and set an alarm? There's lots of different things you can do besides always having the phone screen in your face. And I know that it is just the life we live nowadays, but I do think that it adds to our stress a lot. We need to work on reducing our anxiety in any way that works for you. Any way that works for you, because when you can reduce that anxiety, you will reduce the feelings that you need to reward yourself, that you need to de-stress by maybe going out with friends, getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting that new shirt, something that you would do to try to make yourself feel better. So the anxiety and the stress, as they build, our spending habits also build, because we stop thinking about what we're spending and we just go into autopilot thinking I'll worry about it later. That card is so easy, and so we need to dial that down for the new year to try to get back on track, to see if we can set those goals and meet some of those goals that will make us feel better without being able to spend to make us feel better. I hope this helps a little bit. These are some of the tricks that I use on myself to try to make myself feel better when I see that I'm going into a tailspin on finances. And so I'm hoping that it will help you too. Let me know what you try and what works for you in the comments. I'm sure it will help others. And you have a happy new year.